Thank you, member for Mumias, for being brief. And now we shall have a member for Mumias East.
Members, Honorable Speaker, sir, you got me off guard, but let me try to see what I can say. I've just come to realize that there are many things that are happening in this house that maybe before I speak what I have, let me begin by just saying thanks to my people of Mumias East constituency for giving me this opportunity. More so to the women of Mumias, you trusted me. You say that you'll give me your votes without giving you anything. So I'll serve you in full capacity. First, Madam Speaker, there is this issue of the monos in this house. Madam Speaker, with the people who are the first timers, we are not being given time to address. Even sometimes when there is a very good motion for us to contribute, we are always told that to wait a bit, we cannot comment. So, Madam Speaker, it's very much unfair for people like us. So we want to seek your intervention going forward so that we can also be given time to give our contribution going forward. Number two, we also have, there are those committees, like right now we have had our president giving out his speech. And in his speech, when he was giving it out, he said about our economy and how we can revive our economy. And you can realize that there is this committee called PIG. And you realize that many members in this house, they are really salivating for that PIG. My request is that those people who have been there previously and they have not provided leadership in terms of oversight in those PIG, they should not be given an opportunity to be in those committees so that we can have right people to provide oversight. We have seen many parastatals in this country, like Nzoia Sugar, others are not performing very well. And this house should be providing enough oversight to do the necessary job. When the president talks about the issue of the electricity, I support that move very 100%. Because you realize that the cost of doing business in this country is very high. And it's very important that right now we must legislate on how we can reduce the cost of electricity by allowing other consumers so that it should not be only the Kenyan to provide electricity in this nation. We must do away with that monopoly. And even Kenya Power is not doing so well in terms of that. So it's also another area, as we're going forward, we need also to legislate on that. I also want to congratulate him when he spoke about our issue of the agriculture. And this is an area whereby we need to do value addition. Most of the things are being imported, things that have really weakened Kenya shilling. And so we must also do a lot in terms of research and get to know going forward how we can make our life for our Kenyans to go down. Another issue that I'll also address is that about the issue of I've been brought in this house because I've been fighting for the revival of Mumias sugar. And you realize that the sugar industry has been taken over by cartels in this country. You find one person only has 60 companies, but our industries for the government are not performing so well. So I want to ask this house that we must push forward so that we can have the sugar bill going through so that we don't, and there is that animal called AFA. Mr. Speaker, sir, Madam Speaker, sir, my wish to you is that AFA must be disbanded because that AFA, and this issue, because this is an agricultural economy, we cannot say that all food crops can be, every crop is being put as food crop. So let the sugar be a cash crop. So they have, and that's why there is a lot of confusion in that AFA, Madam Speaker, sir. Madam Speaker, sir, there is also, you know, we are having a lot of issues to speak. Madam Speaker, sir. Madam Speaker, pola pole ndio napata. Aya. So I also want to ask about this issue of electricity. Like most of the women there, they were telling me that when I go to the parliament, they want to see me on the TV when I speak. And so there is that called REA, or something of the sort is not performing so well the way Kera is also doing its work. So my request is that we need to get more transformers in our villages so that more women can get electricity and follow programs the way it's happening the other side. So, Madam Speaker, sir, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful in this my then speech. As youth, we are going to deliver. My minutes are they over or not yet? I also want to I want to congratulate Madam Boss Sholei. You know, when we were, you have a lot of information. In terms when we are there, you guided me last time when I was asking many questions. So you provided leadership. But my most important thing, give us Monos time to express our issues. The issue of the veterans, tuliwaangusha veterans. So we are all equal in this house, and we must not. I was monolised in Form 1, and I cannot be monolised in this house, Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, member for Mumias East. Thank you, member for Mumias East. And thank you for the compliments. I just want to assure members we still have today and we have tomorrow. So we'll be able to have, many of you will have an opportunity to speak. But just to respond to the member for Mumias East, no one is doing what you are implying to do, which you were informed by the speaker is unparliamentary language. So I won't respond, I won't mention that word. But you'll all have get an equal opportunity to be able to speak. In fact, you have donated 5 minutes of your time voluntarily. So now we shall have, and I've seen many members who have put in interventions, but at the same time, they are on the queue and we are actually almost reaching them. So obviously, I know you're trying to catch my attention, but definitely I can see everybody from the screen here. So let's now have the member for Mwingi West, and will be followed by the member for. Just go on. I will.
Thank you,
I think
Madam Speaker.
Next will be the member for. Because I think he's also trying to.
For the record, I'm a member of UDM, and in fact a senior member as the deputy party leader of UDM. Honorable Speaker, the Constitution guarantees freedom of association and freedom of movement. You can at any one time associate yourself with any party or individual as you so wish. And the Constitution is the supreme. The Azimio Coalition Party, One Kenya, has what we call the council, where each member of their coalition is represented by one member of the party. For record, UDM is not represented in that council, and it is in black and white. Our party, UDM, if they say that we were part of the Azimio coalition, we contested in various and many counties. One example is in Siaya County, which is also the bedrock of Azimio. A member who was a candidate of under UDM has been called names, including ni watu ya Al-Shabaab, coming from Azimio. So that means we were not part of Azimio. That has been said, it's on record. So that shows we are not part and parcel of Azimio. We have moved away from you. Actually, we have run like Murife. It's not don't run, but we ran very fast. Standing order 2B is very clear. And I want to remind my former chairman of PAC, Honorable Ondani, that it says the clerk shall obtain certified copy of coalition agreement, not a letter. What we have is a letter by the political parties registrar, but not a certified copy of the coalition agreement. Why is this agreement not seen in public? You have just ruled out that one that was presented to you. You said some pages are blank. It's very true. We signed a blank paper under duress, under coercion, under threat. You have actually confirmed that what Honorable General has presented is blank in some pages. And that is exactly what they presented to some of the members on 12th of March at KICC. The most important part is that we have freedom of association and freedom of movement. We are no longer part of Azimio because they never treated us as one. I've given the examples why. We're not in the council. During campaigns, they treated us as Mododoa, as my friend Honorable Cheng has confirmed. Our party, UDM, has 8 members in the National Assembly and 3 in the Senate. We are that strong, and we are fully in Kenya Kwanza coalition. We have signed a post-election agreement in broad daylight, where all the pages were signed, initialed, and I was present as a senior member of UDM. The one that we signed in KICC on 12th of March, we have not seen any of the copies, except the last page only had a signature. So whatever we signed is what now Honorable Junet has brought with some pages which are blank. That is hot air. So, Honorable Speaker, I want to confirm as the Deputy Party Leader of UDM that we are firmly in Kenya Kwanza coalition, and we are no longer, or we do not want any association with Azimio One Kenya Party. Thank you very much.
The Honorable Le Correre. Mheshimiwa, are you called Le Correre or Correre? Correre. You have the floor. Give the honorable member the mic.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, indeed, I want to confirm to this House that Jubilee is a member of the Kenya, no, please. Jubilee is a member of the Azimio.
All the honorable members.
Hold your horses, members. No. Honorable members. Honorable Speaker.
You will be heard in silence, honorable members.
Honorable Speaker, I want to ask my colleagues in Kenya Kwanza that a woman standing here is an independent woman. I didn't come to this parliament through some party waves. I created my own wave which brought me here. And I am in Jubilee and I am in Azimio One Kenya Alliance. And I want to confirm this, Mr. Speaker. You know, a lot of people have talked about coercion and duress. And they left me wondering, what kind of cowards do you have in this house? I mean, full men, upstairs and downstairs, talking of coercion. I mean, Honorable Speaker, was it at gunpoint? Was it at knife point? Could they scream for help? What exactly was the problem? And Honorable Speaker, a lot of people have been talking and making reference to this constitution. The same constitution these members want to define. Because we have been read Article 108 and 107. As to who is the majority leader, it leaves no doubt. It is Azimio, honorable members, until such a time when you can walk out of this marriage. And Honorable Speaker, I want to say, because I come from a community where polygamy is accepted and it is